Hey, so I just wanted to say hello. I'm doing a live stream today. It is the 1st of September. I've got my coffee, and I sort of had the idea to do a daily live video for the month of September. I'm gonna hold myself accountable to this as best as I can. Some of you who have been following my channel will know that I did something similar in March, except it kind of dropped off after a while. So I think my main source of inspiration for doing this is I have a friend named Lauren Roberts who's been doing Facebook Lives every single day for like I think she's like in the 800s, like over 800 days in a row. And I just thought that doing that many Facebook Live videos in a row was just so hardcore and so cool. Her and her husband both do it. They plan to go at least till the end of the year. So I thought, well, I mean, if they can do 1,000 live videos in a row, then surely I could do 30 in the month of September. So this is going to be something I do without planning. I'm not going to plan what times I do this, but I will try to do it intermittently. Sometimes it's going to mean having a child crawling around, likely. Sometimes I'll be at home. Sometimes I'll be out and about. Maybe one of these days I'll take you to my garden, for example. But I just thought it would be fun. I want to be a little bit more like open and forthcoming about different aspects of my life. So some of you probably know I have a channel on YouTube called Piano TV, and I really like creating content for that channel. I'm in the middle of creating a course for it right now. It's a September Pop Challenge. But I like discussing other facets of my life as well. I really like talking about books, about organization and planning. I'm starting to explore working with teams, so I'm not just like working by myself as a solo person. I'm really into writing. I have a lot of pursuits and a lot of things that I just think are fun to talk about and explore. So, what I wanted to talk about today, and I'm going to keep these pretty short. I'm thinking like 5-ish minutes. I don't want to take up too much of your time. So, I want to talk about what I'm planning on doing in the month of September. So, every season change, and I'll do a video on this specifically, but I really like doing a quarterly review and a quarterly plan. So, when fall rolls around, September 21st, it's around that time that I really like looking back on what I accomplished all in the summer, and then think forward to what I want to accomplish in the months of fall. So for September through December, basically. So I like to do this big quarterly planning process. It often involves thinking about what my 5-year vision is. It always changes, but I like having this really top down approach when I'm doing planning. And then from there, I come up with like an actual list of the things. You'll notice there's painter's tape on this because I actually put these up on my wall. So I do most of my work in my kitchen because I have like a nice big flat surface. I like seeing daylight, natural light. I do have a desk and an office in the basement, but I don't love spending hours of my day in a basement. So I have these things like this taped to the wall. I have like a schedule for September. I have a couple bigger things, like I have my quarterly plans up there. I have like a 5-year vision up there. But I wanted to talk about like how I do this and why I think it's useful. First of all, I like making it cute. I like using, like, this is nice, thick, like high quality paper. I think it's called cardstock. And I like doing like cute little colors. So the 4 areas that I want to focus on, there's a lot of different goals and plans and things I could make in a multitude of areas of my life. But I like keeping it simple and condensing it to just a few, like 3, 4, that kind of thing. So I have music, I have work, I have home, and I have social. Those are the areas of my life that are the most important to me, that I'm putting the most focus in. The work is basically anything with piano TV. I'm working on a songwriting course. I have other things on the go too. I'm actually working with a friend to maybe do like a vegan cooking challenge. And creating some videos for that kind of thing. I think that would be really fun. And just a variety of essentially work tasks that I want to accomplish. Now, one thing that is worth mentioning is that I write, under each one, I write outcomes. So I don't like writing things like make piano TV videos, because that's so abstract. What does that mean? How many videos am I making? When am I making them? It's not an outcome. It's sort of just an idea. So I like taking the ideas that I want to do in the month and then turning it into like, what could I put like a big check mark or a big X beside if I get to the end of the month? So instead of make YouTube videos, well, how do I do a check mark for that? How do I do an X for that? What do I even know what that means? So I wrote film and publish 4 piano TV videos. So when I am at the end of the month, I can say, check, I did that, or X, I definitely didn't do that. So that's kind of how I like to think about it. If you're making goals and they're not something that you could put an immediate check or an immediate X by, then they're not they're not very useful goals, because you look at them and you have no idea what that actually means. Some other things I'm doing, for example, is so in my music category, some of you might know that I'm in the process of recording an album. So my band is called The Criminal Kid, and we're working on our second album now. All of the recording for the album is done. It's in the post-production phase now, so it's currently getting mixed. And there's a lot of other things on the go as well. So we're planning a music video. I'm going to fly to Vancouver, not this month, but next, to film a video, because I do have a friend in the industry, so that's kind of in the film industry. So there's a potential to make a really cool video there. So I have a bunch of things like that I want to do. On this list is something like, complete 30 live videos. So again, it's an outcome. It's not just do a daily live video. It's do 30, because there's 30 days in September. It's a crystal clear target. So I like doing it like that. I'm going to be posting on my blog, stuff like that. So yeah, pretty straightforward. For social, I mean, this is hard to quantify, but in my social life, I really value having, I like seeing my parents sometimes. I like having at least a good, like, high quality, like 2 or 3 hour, like, one-on-one with a friend, where we just like go deep, have like a really good conversation. Not necessarily, I like surfacey get-togethers. So when I hang out with some of my friends who have kids, and I bring my child as well, those kinds of visits end up being less like a visit, more just like a having like short conversations punctuated by chaos. So it is nice to sometimes just sit down with a cup of coffee and chat with my friends. So that's something I can quantify. If I have like 4 like really good one-on-one chats with some of my friends, that's kind of like a minimum target to shoot for. I don't know if it sounds like a little bit too type A to schedule my friendships like that, but I'm in my 30s and people get really busy. It's very easy to not see anyone. I don't know if you guys have this problem too, but it's very easy to just like stay home, get lazy in the evening, not make time for it. Like other things get in the way. It's like, oh, I should do this, I should do that, I should do this. And I've fallen into this trap before, but my social connections bring me some of like my richest joys in life. So if I don't write it down, then I'm likely to miss out on something that really matters to me. So that's why I'm so like hardcore type A with it. And then with home, I want to do a lot of cooking this month. So the summer's been pretty busy. I've been doing a lot of album recording, like I said, a lot of work with with music and stuff. So I've been ordering a lot of takeout, and I love to cook. And I also want to teach some cooking classes online. So I'm like, okay, I got to get back in the game. And the way I quantify this is I'm only having takeout 2 times this month. So that, again, that's something I'm put like a big check or a big X beside. And that, to me, is if I only order takeout twice a week, then I have to cook the rest of the time. So it's not that I'm saying cook every day. It's basically going to turn into that, though, because by limiting my takeout, it's a forcing function. So that's why I like to quantify it like that. I'm doing 30-minute walks. I got to catch up on my books, guys. So I read some of my previous videos you can see, but I try to read 52 books a year. And I've been doing this, I think, for about 5 years. So I think last year I did 60 or something like that. But I'm doing really bad at it this month, I think, or this year. I think I'm only at like 23 books. And I know like only 23 books. It's still like a decent amount of books, but by my own standards, it's low. So I want to spend my fall reading a lot more. I am planning to read quite a few books on the music industry because I just don't know anything. I'm such a dummy when it comes to things outside of the scope of just like playing shows and writing music and recording music. It's like that's where I'm comfortable. Oh, bye sheet. But I want to expand my knowledge in other areas of how to actually do something with my music, so I don't just release an album into a void. I would like to figure that out a little bit. And I'd also like to work with a team. So I'm thinking about how I can not just work totally by myself with music, get other people on board working on different things. Like I have a graphic designer friend I'm working with, for example, and that'll just make it more fun. So that's how I like to plan each month. Is every quarter I do a top-down approach where I think about what do I want 5 years from now. I break that down into what do I want for the next quarter. And I don't like to overcomplicate it. I like to keep it pretty simple to like 3 or 4 main points. As you saw, I have 4 main points. And then I take that and I funnel it down further into a 1 month plan. And it's a simple, like, 1 page sheet that I put in front of me in my workspace that I see all the time. I also have like a habit tracker sheet. Maybe I'll show you that another time. And that is going to help keep me focused to the things that matter the most. And that's what I wanted to share with you today. I'm not sure what I'm going to be sharing for the other days. I haven't pre-planned anything. So I think I want to keep it very of the moment. I'll talk about just, yeah, what I'm feeling like talking about in the moment. Like I said, it might be different locations. There might be like loud children sometimes. So we'll see how that goes. Now, I have no idea. I'm doing this on my phone, so I have no idea how to actually like end this live stream, but I'm going to try it now. Thank you so much for watching, for the few of you who have made it here. It's really lovely to see that I'm not totally alone in this conversation. And I'll catch up with you tomorrow.